All right, guys, welcome back to another awesome video for the three of you to watch that have subscribed. What we need you to do is make that subscribe number go up. So in order to do that, we have added some people thinking that might increase our subscription numbers. Now, what happens if the numbers go down after this video, Trey? What will that mean?
Nobody likes us.
Well, nobody likes us.
Nobody likes us. It'll
Matt's
be our
gonna
fault.
say it's because of my jersey. I'm going to say it's because of his sweatshirt. So
That you bought me.
I went
Cardinals
neutral.
Respect it.
yeah, you did go neutral, right? That's
I went
right.
neutral. I tried to be respectful.
I knew there was gonna be Cubs in this, so I had to wear Cardinals.
This is the first partnership video here with Cook Ranch Breaks and the Pinkston Pickers.
Oh gosh.
You were supposed to say nose in the middle of that. The Pinkston
No.
Pickers. So this is awesome. So guys, Matt, let's start with you. Introduce yourself, and then Ryan, and share a little bit about what you collect.
My name is Matt Pinkston. I used to work with Dennis before he left me in Hallsville.
I guess I'll keep that in there. Maybe not edit that out. I don't know. We'll wait.
You can do whatever you want. So I have been collecting for, well, off and on for 30 years, I guess. Started when I was 9, 10. In the junk wax era where cards were plentiful, you could find them everywhere. Quit when I got to high school. Started back again when I got out of college for a little bit because the whole home run chase with Sosa and McGuire kind of pulled me back in.
Was that
And then I quit. What's that?
That 98?
98, 97. Yeah, right after I got my first job, I was making money, had a little cash to spend, had a nephew that was 8, 9, 10 that wanted to go buy cards, so we would. And so I did that for a few years, and I stopped again, would dabble. And then I got hooked back in by Ryne when he started here last year, and here I am.
Well, awesome. Speaking of Ryan, share a little bit about who you are, then your hobby passion.
Yeah, hello, Ryan Pinkston, and I am Matt's nephew. Met Dennis through Matt in Hallsville at their stop as ministers of music and youth pastor, and so got to know him pretty well, and so I'm really excited to kind of get to jump in some videos and maybe get this thing off the ground. And just a little bit about what I collect. I'm strictly baseball. I don't really dabble into anything else. If I do, it's to make a quick buck. So, I like ripping packs, though. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if Matt buys it, I like to rip it, and we enjoy doing that together. And that's really where the journey started kind of for us was, I was 8, 9, 10 years old, and of course loved baseball. And so we got into going to a card shop over in Evansville, and we would drop in and buy some packs and just look around at cards. And, I've had some really good memories of pulling just some of my favorite players with Matt. And then, obviously here recently got stuck at the house in quarantine. I think like many other people, we've been kind of reintroduced back into a totally different world, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but just been exciting to kind of build back up a collection and hope to do something like you're doing with your son here in the future and get to enjoy that with my little boys. So
yeah, awesome.
Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you. Now, what about you? What's your name?
I'm Trey.
So everybody on our channel should already know you. You're the star.
Yeah.
How many collected baseball cards? It's what, 3 weeks?
I don't know.
You've collected baseball cards with me for about a month or so now, and are you excited about the same to get packs or get a card of your favorite player, like all the same? You just enjoy going and looking for them and finding stuff?
Yeah.
So he likes to hunt. He likes to go and hunt for packs or a box, or the hunt on eBay even for a card that's within his price range. So he's like super, super new. I collected cards back in middle school, and there was a store in Beaver Dam, and I put their 9 kids through college, and just by myself. I will say, with my mom's money, she dropped me off with the $20 bill, and I would buy a bunch of 1993 Upper Deck and some Skybox basketball cards. And
oh yeah,
hope to get that Magic Johnson card. And then I was in it though. I was in it back in the day, late middle school, early high school, like nobody's business. And then I was out of it completely until the quarantine. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But for now, we have a special event. This is a first for us, that we have something that we're going to open on the channel worth something. Everything that we've found, basically, we've found at Walmart or we've bought at one of the sports card places in Louisville. And but this is a big dog. And Matt, tell us about what you got that you're going to open up.
All right, so this is 2020 Bowman Draft. So this is a product that contains a lot of the draft picks that came from this past year's MLB draft. Now, typically, they have 50 rounds of people to choose from to build this set. Well, this year they've only got 5 rounds and 150 players that were drafted. So there's a lot of possibilities of really good stuff in here. It also includes some prospects of other past Bowman releases that come out in 2020 and even 2019 as well. So Ron, you can add on too if you want, because
and there is a difference between this box. There's actually 2 different Bowman draft boxes that you can get. You can either get a jumbo, which is going to be 12 packs. It's going to have 32 cards or 35 cards somewhere in there.
Yeah, 32. I think.
And you're going to get a breakdown of 3 autos in each box. You're going to get some cold refractors. You're going to get some color in there where cards are short printed and numbered to, 99 or out of 50 and different things like that. But today we have the Super Jumbo, which is going to be 5 autographs. It's kind of the big boy of the 2. And so hopefully we can hit some of these big prospects that have a little juice behind them right now, where they're selling for big money. So Matt and I opened this a jumbo at my house or my parents' house, and we were able to hit an auto, and we ended up being able to sell that for about $800, and I got to purchase something that is very special to me as a card, and maybe I'll reveal that when we open the next couple boxes on there. So a very cool product, and we'll talk. I do want to get into this a little bit later. These products are not for people who you either want to flip it quick if you're trying to make a little money off of it, or this is more of a long-term hold type of deal. This is you could open this box here, and there may be a guy in here that you could sell for a lot of money right away. But there are also 10 to 12 guys in there that will make you money 5-10 years down the road because of their journey through the minor leagues. And all it takes is really 1 or 2 guys to pop, and you have something huge. So
this is a nice investment, for now and an investment for the future. And this box has, you said 5 autos, so that's going to be 1 per pack, right? These packs are different. It's almost 2 packs made into 1 pack.
Right.
Yeah. The Super Jumbo. So let's quit talking about it and let's get to ripping. Rip open that box, Matt, and let's share the wealth. So anything that you get, we'll split it 4 ways, and then I'll also share the monetization of my YouTube channel. We'll split that 4 ways.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got.
I was going to tell you, Dennis, make sure you share this on Twitter and tag us in it, and we'll be happy to get it out to our group and try and get some eyes on it. So
I was also texted and told to say that, typically we have somebody, a third that's helping us here. Ryan's wife, Catherine, basically just threatened me and said that I better give a shout out to her. Usually she's pulled some fire out of this about not just this,
I
but
can't be held responsible. I did not know that information prior to.
yeah.
I also almost feel like I'm already on a hit list. So
she likes jumping in, and she has pulled some really good cards. So
I'll tell you what, this card right here, Topps Chrome yesterday, he just blew it up.
Yeah.
He just blew it up. So he's got some magic fingers going on.
All right, so there's your 5 packs.
Look at that. That's just like gold sitting on your table, Matt.
All right, well, let's hope.
So normally I think the autograph is in the bottom pack. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So
And
we'll do the top one first.
In each of these packs, you're going to have, I think out of the 2 packs together, you have 120 cards in each. You're going to have 4 refractors. And so he'll start off here at the top with some Bowman paper, which typically is not a high value. You know, you're not going to get a lot of value out of the paper unless, you know, like I said, unless down the road a guy does well. Some people grade the paper. Some people take the paper to individual autograph sessions and have the prospects sign those, and those can kind of go for a little bit of money. So this is good to build sets, though. I actually opened, I think I told Matt, I opened 2 jumbos, and after opening a couple of jumbos, I was able to put together 2 sets, 2 full paper Bowman sets of 1 through 200. So it's a cool way to set build when you open these boxes too, and pretty easy to do with just even 1 or 2 boxes. You could probably make a set. So again, you go through the paper, you're going to get to 4 refractors, and then you'll have some chrome cards in between. And then
I'm gonna start setting some of the ones aside that are like guys that names that we know are decent. We won't sleeve them up here just for
go whatever speed you want to go through, and then put the hits aside, and then make note of them in a minute. That's fine. But
this guy's, so he's still a decent prospect. His first Bowman was earlier in the year, but he's one that people talk about. So we're about to get to the chrome. Chrome was really what you want. And then the refractors as well.
Yeah, when I watch these guys open them up at the stores, and they do the breaks at like Steel City and Layton and all that,
it's a good start.
Just take all the base paper and they just put it off to the side.
Yeah. So this is Garrett Mitchell. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get colored paper as well, and those can go for a decent amount, especially if you hit a good name. And Matt, this is a good name, a first rounder, a hitter from I think UCLA. That's a Brewers prospect, and a lot of people like his bat, so that's a nice start. And that's out of what, 150?
150, yeah,
150 there. So good start on the jumbo.
These are refractors. You can kind of tell the shininess there of it. It's got a rainbow effect to it. That's a first rounder there, Vukovic, I believe. I think
right there.
There's your first Torkelson. That's an insert, but still, that's a good pull to get. He's the number 1 draft pick.
Oh gosh, and we're starting off with a cubby in the chrome.
All right,
let's toss that one.
Hey, sleeve that up for me.
Maybe later.
Yeah, I like this setup, being able to see everybody
Mitchell again
at the same time.
So another good first chrome there. There you go.
Whoa.
So typically a chrome card will go from, $3 to $5 in value. Guys who are just kind of middle of the road prospects. Your lower end prospects are really going to be about $1 a card. It's really important that you get the first up in the top left corner. You'll notice some of those don't. But on the ones that do, you're getting their very first card in a Bowman product, in a Topps product. And so that Torkelson there, the higher end prospects, especially the number 1 overall, that one's going for about $25 a pop. So it's a very good start in the first pack there.
Yeah.
And when that first came out, it was like $40-$50, wasn't it?
Right.
Higher.
Yeah.
But it's still a great card. I mean,
right. Well, and just for reference, and that's what we're talking about. Down the road, it could completely change. So a lot of people weren't talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. he was obviously had a dad who played for the Cardinals and played in the major leagues. And so he was known, but he didn't kind of have that high prowess or elite talent kind of hitch to him. And then when he exploded, I just looked yesterday, his first Bowman Chrome graded as a PSA 10 is going for something like $800. So, a pretty common card in these sets where, you can hit a Torkelson or two in a box. You're talking about something that could really be worth something one day. So a very good start.
Do you guys grade any cards? And if so, do you use hey, there's your boy, Trey, Ed Howard.
There's Ed.
Number 16 overall. Do you all use a grading service of any kind prior to, or do you just send them on yourself?
I've got a guy I've just met through being here in Louisville through the breaking with the LCS, the local card shop here in Louisville. A guy named Frank. He has a grading service, and I've recently sent some things to him, a couple of different submissions to PSA. There's two main grading services, PSA and BGS. He does both. PSA seems to be a little more lenient in their grading, and it's a little easier to get a higher grade, I think. Now, it may be changing. I'm not sure. But so I've just tried this out. I graded some cards, 5 or 6 years ago just to try it. In Owensboro, there was a card shop there in the mall, and I took some stuff there and graded like 10 cards. And then I did decent. It was okay. But this is the first time I've tried it. So I'm waiting. The thing with grading now, the lead times are just horrible. You got to wait forever to get your stuff back. So I'm hoping maybe in March or April, I'll actually get my stuff back and I can show you what I got. So
yeah, and really the only way you're getting something back quickly now is if you have an extremely high dollar card, which Matt has a couple of very nice cards that he has off at grading. So maybe we'll be able to reveal it on channel 2 when they get back and see if he had some luck. So
Trey, how much do you think this pack? So there's 5 packs. How much do you think
it's a decent?
You went to the local card shop that would be to buy the 1 pack, if you could even buy the 1 pack. How much?
Like one of those green ones right there?
Yeah, the pack that he's opened. It's got the two sets there. What do you think? And there's no wrong answer. It's okay.
Probably around like $40.
$40. Okay.
Probably higher.
Now there's another good one. So that's the number 2 overall pick. Heston Kjerstad.
Trey, you're just a little off.
Multiply that by maybe 3. A little bit less than that, but are they about
110
bucks? Yeah. Whoa. So with tax, you're probably right at around 120 on these packs. And if you're buying it, you are guaranteeing an auto. So
here's your auto.
Here's the auto. Okay.
Looks like a base.
First Bowman, Bryce Elder. So that's a picture. That's not too exciting, but It is an autograph. And it is a first Bowman. So that's, if you're a Braves fan, you might be happy about that. I'm not really that happy, but that's okay.
This is the start of the second pack, right?
Second pack, yes.
Okay, now, Matt, if you hit something big, we need to see it and hear it in your voice, in your emotion, in your reaction.
Let's get there first.
Okay, but the Torkelson, both
that was good. That was a good start. That was a good first pack.
That was pretty good.
This is almost similar to the one of the packs where I had.
So I was listening to a guy on YouTube yesterday. All I watch is like breaks and people opening up subscription boxes and like the Jabs family and stuff like that.
There's Howard again.
So that is kind of a repeat.
Castle again.
So in this product too, they try and have a collation, so you can kind of predict when certain cards will get pulled. Not as much in the chrome, but definitely in the paper. There's a pattern to it, so you're seeing a lot of the same names that we went through before, which isn't a bad thing. We had a lot of good names out of that paper that are really nice cards. So.
Yeah, I think there's
Sometimes
a running.
This is almost similar, like
Even
almost
like
exactly.
the top series, like I watch some channels where like, okay, well, we know that after this card, you get the Randy Rosarina,
Ooh,
you know.
little orange paper. No, not a first Bowman there. So that's
Yeah,
well.
kind of.
And who is that? Is that Hans
Hans
Kraus?
Kraus. Hans.
Yeah. So
He
Not too
lifted
exciting
weights
there.
on Saturday Night Live, didn't he?
Yes, Hans and Franz.
That's what I thought. So you back in the day, a year and a half ago, you guys
Hey,
could
there
go
you
to Walmart and Target and have your pick of the stuff you're pulling off the shelf. Is that about how you remember it? And then compare it to today? What's that look like?
Yeah, back in the day, you could find product almost anytime. Like sometimes it'd be there forever. And of
well,
course, now
even as far back as when I just got back into it, I was able to go and grab Top Series 1, which had a lot of great names. And again, that's one of those learning things that if I had known, I would have bought every single box of Top Series 1. A lot of great rookies in there. Didn't have Luis Robert, which is kind of the big chase, but still had really good names. There's Veen, a good first-round pick. But had Bichette, had Jordan Alvarez. You had a really good rookie class out of there, and if I'd have known, I'd have bought up all of it. But it was on the shelves, readily available, and then not long after that, it just took off. I mean, the retail side of things, once people figured out, they could hit a card that's worth, especially out of football and basketball, with Zion, and I think Zion and Ja are really what made it go crazy. There's another really good one, Nick Gonzalez. But the basketball craze, I think, is really what set it off with the combination of with people being quarantined and stuck at home and kind of getting back into the hobby. You saw Zion and Ja really get everybody excited about basketball cards. And when you can pull a card from a retail box worth $20 and you can pull a card that's worth $200 to $600, then that creates some excitement, and that creates a demand for the products. So people started buying it all, and Matt has seen big time. I don't have the time to go by and check here in Henderson as often, but Matt goes and checks, and these places get wiped out, and it's a business for some of these people.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that I know who this is what he goes around and just buys product everywhere, and that's his job. Like he's buying and selling stuff all the time. And yeah, like I was telling Dennis earlier, like I went to Target today and there was 10 or 12 people deep waiting to buy the product.
Yeah.
And you were still lucky enough to get a decent amount, and you were around people who were okay with splitting those boxes. And there seems to be a pretty good community of people who are doing it up there who are okay with splitting boxes.
Yeah. Because some places it's not as friendly. I mean, it's
yeah.
And that is one of the disappointing parts of everything is the high demand, and people like Trey and yourself that are just wanting something simple to rip and something to have fun with, and start really getting a good collection started at the ground level. It's making it more difficult for those people to come in. And so you do see more, I would say, more older guys who have the money to spend. There's the Torkelson paper. So even those go for, about $7-8, which is pretty good for the paper Bowman. But it really makes it hard on young collectors and kids who want to just get involved and get into it. But there are a lot of great people who will, especially if they see you all, will make sure that you all are getting to enjoy it at entry price instead of having to pay double or triple for a box. So,
yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube guys that talk about how thankful they are when they're in part of a line and they kind of discuss to themselves before the store opens, let's take turns. Let's each grab an item and then we'll just keep rotating down the line. And that happens a lot. And that's kind of sad. And I was talking to my boss the other day and he's like, it's kind of sad right now. It's all adults. It's going to be hard for Trey to get in there and find anything when there's 40 and 50-year-old guys fighting at the Walmart aisle to get the latest Topps blaster box, you know.
Right.
But that is where we are. And I would say through the quarantine, it just shot up. You know, everybody's interest went back up in cards. And I think it started with, like you said earlier, Ja and Zion. And we bought a PS4. We started playing baseball on there, MLB The Show. And, man, we just got excited about baseball again. We missed it.
Oh, there you go.
In a while.
Well, first Bowman.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jordan Nwogu.
Okay, so we got this is like a insert, it looks like.
Uh-oh. Is it gold? Or is it?
Kind of looks like it.
So this is an insert auto. These are a little bit harder to hit. And
Zach Veen.
That's really a nice hit.
Good.
So Zach Veen, I think. What is Veen? He was
the top 10 pick. I don't remember.
I think number 9.
Yeah.
I want to say number 9. So a really good left-hand. Huh?
Is it with the Royals?
No, he is a Rocky.
Oh, Rocky.
Okay. Probably one of the better. He's been deemed by a lot of people the best high school bat out of the draft. Left-handed hitter. So an extremely nice hit right there. An insert auto. Now, insert autos don't go for as much as the first Bowman autos, but it's still that's going to be a very nice hit there, and somebody that collects Zach Veen will enjoy that very, very much. So
that on the
nice
card?
hit there. It's a good start.
That's a really good one. Trey, bring good luck. Way to go. Good job. And Trey's not speaking.
Sorry about that.
Is that a hard auto right there, Matt?
He was so excited he couldn't say anything. He's like, man.
Matt, what's your favorite player?
Current or past?
Any.
How about we say both? Let's say both.
So, growing up a Cardinals fan, I have a lot of good memories of Ozzie Smith. You know, the flip and everything, and just perennial all-star, and loved watching him play. He was great defensively, you know, won World Series, and so he'd be one of my favorites. And then, like I said, I got back into collecting again in the late 90s, and I'd be lying if I didn't say McGuire just kind of, you know, brought me back in as far as collecting goes. Now, he didn't win a World Series. They didn't even make the playoffs. I think maybe one time when he was with them, they made the playoffs. But just the excitement that he brought to, you know, with him and Sammy Sosa, and, you know, bringing baseball kind of back from the early 90s with that strike and all that. I just loved watching him play. I got to be there. I saw 4 or 5 of his home runs during the 70 home run season. So that was kind of cool.
What about current?
Current? Oh. I'm following a prospect named Dylan Carlson on the Cardinals, and hoping that he's going to be the next great Cardinal offensive player. You know, he came up a little bit last year, did start out kind of slow, but he got better as the season went on. And so he's young. He's like 23, I think, and we're excited to see what he's going to do in the future.
All right, pull some awesome stuff out of there, Matt. This is pack number 3 that you're starting. Rhino, what about you? Maybe past and then current.
Yeah, I think I was kind of racking my brain around what really got me into baseball other than just playing it as a kid. And I would be lying if I didn't say, you know, obviously Mark McGwire was huge as a Cardinals fan, but even before I think really knew who Mark McGwire was, I had a Super Nintendo and I had Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball. And that was about the coolest guy that there was in baseball, and probably still to this day, one of the coolest guys in baseball. The swing, he had what the kids would call swagger when he came to the plate, and just, you know, would take BP with his hat backwards. It was just the cool guy to watch. And he was called the Kid. the video game, just all of it kind of got me to fall in love with baseball, and I love playing that game. And then as a Cardinal fan, you know, through the years of my teenage years, I was a huge, obviously, Albert Pujols fan. And then also Jim Edmonds, just the way he would play defense. And it's kind of odd that both Matt and I are fond of players who are known for defensive prowess. But yeah, I think there's something that's missing in baseball right now with defense and just the ball getting put in play a little bit more. These guys are so good at making unbelievable defensive plays. Even just this past World Series, I don't know if you all watched it, but Mookie Betts made a couple of plays that were just unbelievable, that guys don't make every day. But you don't get to see that as much. There's a lot of strikeouts. There's just not as much shown off on the defensive side because of the way the game's played right now. So I'm hoping at some point it gets back to that, where guys put the ball in play and we get to see some of these talented guys make plays other than just hitting the ball out of the ballpark, which is still fun to watch. But
the Mookie Betts defensive plays got overshadowed by Rosarena's offense throughout the world. So,
but I would say current player right now on the Cardinals, I think just Yadier Molina and watching him finish, and Adam Wainwright, getting to watch them finish out their careers, hopefully in St. Louis. But those are two guys that are just kind of been staples in the Cardinals lineup for years and in the rotation. And it's just kind of one of those things that's tough as they come to the end of their careers. You see those guys go and they bring back a lot of good memories. I can remember watching Adam Wainwright strike out Carlos Beltran and freezing him on the curveball with Matt. And we were back in my room at my house, and just those memories that kind of they bring back, where we were jumping up and down and screaming like they were. Yeah. So,
do you want to switch chairs? Your back hurt? I think it'll help that way.
Yeah.
Trey, who's your favorite player?
Ed Howard.
Ed Howard. I like it. So prospect.
So we've started
watching hopefully
videos of Ed Howard. That's kind of how he landed on him. So, he's kind of
that was actually a guy that a lot of Cardinals people wanted to fall to the Cardinals. Yeah. He's a local guy. He's in Illinois. Yeah, he's a local guy. He's from Illinois, and so I think both the Cubs and the Cardinals were hoping that he would fall to him, and he's definitely ultra talented. A lot of people very, very high on him. So that's a good guy to have, an expensive guy to have, but a very nice guy to go after.
Well, we'll wait for a couple of years, probably when he's in the top Series 1 in 2023, and concentrate on those. But
yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else that you like that you've seen, or how about it?
Not really.
Yeah, we watched a lot of YouTube on Ed and pulled up a lot of his highlights and learned something about him.
There's a franchise future of Ed Howard and Burl Caraway. Burl.
Yeah, you better put that in a one-time.
One time.
That's going in. That's in the burn stack.
No, I'll take your firewood out for you. That's fine.
Age.
I would say my definite former player favorite, Matt already knows who it is Mark Grace with the Cubs.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was for the same reason that you guys are talking about. I love to watch him play first base.
Yeah.
He was an amazing Gold Glover. He was a defensive. He was an awesome first baseman, and he played every single day. He played hurt. That's the kind of blue collar guy that I like. All right, Matt, you got some magic coming up here.
What do we have here?
The purple. Not first.
So this is going to be numbered to 250. Not a first.
No. Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's not the auto.
That's
why
auto.
it's not.
It must be another insert auto then.
Are you serious?
Looks like it.
Okay, so the insert autos are actually pretty rare, and to have two of those in one box is pretty crazy. So, do we have it? Is this another gold?
Oh, that
looks like it. Maybe.
class.
Tyler Soderstrom, not go. Class of, oh, yeah, it is. 47 to 50. Right there.
Wow.
So the fact that he not only has hit a couple insert autos, but the fact that they're both numbered to 50 is been a pretty rare box so far to have those in there. And you can look in the packs. The packs usually have pack odds. I bet that's pretty crazy odds to hit two of those in one box. So Tyler Soderstrom's the first round pick of the A's.
So maybe Ray should be a part of all of your all's unboxing. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Two gold autos. That's nice.
So you've gone through three packs, Matt. What's your overall attitude towards what you've opened so far?
I mean, again, the autos are going to be what's going to hold the most value here, and 2 out of the 3 are numbered to 50. So that's I'm pleased for sure. I mean,
and 2 out of the 3 are numbered to 50 first round to hit.
First rounders, people that people are kind of excited, especially the Bean. I mean, the Bean, that's a big one. I don't know how big. I mean, it's going to at least get me a lot closer to what it costs me to get this thing.
So Matt, did Matt tell you that he hit a wonderful, wonderful card out of a sapphire break?
Yeah, well, I had to. Okay, we're back for pack number 4, and Trey and I have switched chairs. Can you tell? I don't know if it looks different or not, but yeah, he told me just a little bit before we went live tonight on Zoom that he did that. It's like pulling teeth though to get that out of him. I think he's trying to hide it.
I wasn't trying to hide it.
He likes to slow play it a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to do a big reveal
excitement
here and get your reaction, and now we can't do that because I told you before. So whatever.
That's true. Oops.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is so far. This is maybe the most expensive thing we've opened on this channel. Combine all of our stuff that we've opened on the channel. Still the most expensive.
We don't have to talk about that.
Okay, so here's what I do want to say though, like in regards to that, like, don't let that ever be another Torkelson paper. Don't ever let that be your determining factor on anything. There's great things that you can get out of it, and I think one of the biggest things that I've learned since I've started, and Matt even said this to me the other day, we were just talking kind of about this past year and kind of where we've come from starting back into collecting and where we're at now. Yeah. Find what you like and stick with that. Don't get into the fear of missing out where you grab every single product, you grab every single box, and you're opening everything. And then you get stuck with a bunch of stuff that you don't really want or like. Take your time, find out what you like. I know I love this stuff. I love the prospect part of it. I love that you're going to have to hold some of these cards to see what happens with that. It's kind of a little bit of a game to see, who's going to come out to be one of the guys that you want. There's Dominguez. That's the biggest prospect that everybody was out after in Bowman. But find what you like, Trey, and don't let anybody tell you that what you like is not okay. I think a great place, like you said, is, maybe not to invest too much into this, but when Ed Howard breaks into the major leagues and becomes a rookie, the rookie flagship is definitely a much cheaper option. You're going to be able to buy those a lot of times for $4 or $5 a piece. And if he becomes a good player and you grade some of those, that turns out to be, that adds up really quickly. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned is learn what you like and invest your time in the stuff that you like. Don't get caught up trying to chase every single box or every single card.
Yeah. I think my biggest mistake when I jumped back in is I was chasing after things I didn't need to chase after. And as far as like brakes and things, even like buying like blasters and stuff. And I've learned the hard way that doesn't work. But now I've got a little bit more focus and I know what I want and what I want to get. And I've learned a lot and I'm been a lot more disciplined in what I'm trying to get. And so that's helped out tremendously. There's Tink.
Poor little team.
Yeah. And so there's no need to chase after some of the, or behind, I was behind the brakes. I should never have got into because, I mean, you're taking a huge chance. You might not get anything. And a lot of times I didn't. And I got really upset and angry. And now I've cut back on that tremendously just to be more focused and to chase after, like I told Trey earlier, is like, if you got a card you like, save up and get that card. That's as good as getting into a break or buying a blaster box, because you don't know what you're going to get in a blaster box, but you know for sure if you got a card you like and you save up to get it, you're going to get that card.
Yeah,
and look, it's
you definitely have to go through those seasons though as a collector to know what you like. I think you have to go into those breaks and maybe spend that $25 on a break and get nothing, to where you learn that lesson. It's just like with anything else. You learn by your mistakes, and that kind of filters what you like in collecting. And then you finally get to realize, okay, this is where I'm comfortable landing. I know enough about it to where I'm not going to make crazy mistakes. And then there's also availability where I can actually do something with it.
Well, and I'll say too, it wasn't all bad to, like Matt, you start to jump into breaks, you start to accumulate a lot of cards and different things. And what you'll learn though is if you network, and just like in your job or anywhere else in life, if you network and connect with people, you can use that stuff that you don't want that someone else may want. And you can trade, you can sell cards. There's a nice refractor. That's the Cardinals' #1 pick.
Yeah,
Jordan Walker.
It's actually really good, well centered too. It looks like. I need to sleeve that.
And
up.
So, I think, like you said, you do have to go through those seasons as a collector, but then you may accumulate some things that are nice of other teams and that people are looking for. And there's people that collect all sorts of things. So there's people who just collect sets, who put together sets. So they need these common cards that nobody wants or really likes. Then, they'll take those and put together the set. And so there's different ways to kind of get to where you want. Like Matt said, saving up to buy a card, I think, is one of the most rewarding things that you can do. Even if you're just selling a card or two here or there, and you save that money up and then you purchase something a little bit larger, that is one of the most rewarding things. And we talked about that former jumbo box that we bought. I hit that auto out of there, sold the card, and bought something that I'm going to reveal here on the channel on our next time we break.
That's awesome.
A couple sapphire boxes, and it's a monster card. I mean, it was unbelievable to me that I could sell a prospect and be able to buy this card. So I can't wait to show you guys that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Is
this
a blue
auto? So this will be the what, 150? Is that right, Ryne?
Is this an auto or is this just a regular chrome?
It's an
Looks
auto.
like an auto.
Jimmy Glowinky.
Oh,
So another.
Chloe.
So yeah, that's numbered to 150. And there's two different types of blue that you can get. You can get a true blue, which is what he has here, or you can get what they call a blue wave auto, and it would have a little different look to it, and what would look like waves, kind of shiny waves on the card. And a lot of people like the true color refractors. They like the blue without the waves.
Talking about, learning what you like and what you don't like. We really just like going to find packs and opening packs. So we have 2 boxes of 88, 89 Fleer baseball back here that will eventually open, kind of when the new stuff runs out. But we're fine with opening that stuff and seeing what there's a Major League Baseball player that is the name of my best friend growing up, Kevin Brown. And the Major League Baseball player with my same name of in that era. So it's like kind of just fun to see those things, even or the that I used to watch on TV back in the day after school. And so we're kind of learning. Like I know that I like to collect Nico Horner. He knows that he's going to be looking out for the Ed Howards as they come out. It's fun to get those every now and then also do the packs. So I think we're starting to find our niche. I don't see us opening up and buying a ton of boxes and hobby boxes, unless it's probably the top Series 1 stuff coming out. We may get a box of that, but Matt, this is number 5.
This is it. Last one.
This is it. And at the end, I'm gonna want you to grade how you feel, how you think you've done. So
okay,
we'll see what happens here.
There's a cub.
On 4 times, by the way, while he's watched you open these packs.
Really?
He's done what?
He's yawned 4 times.
Well,
it is a long
probably more
open.
fun to open than it is to watch somebody open, I'm sure.
There's different ways that people open this too. Like you said, you watch breakers and they don't take any time on the paper. They're going to go right through that. And just kind of as a new product, you know, and something that maybe the people who will end up viewing this maybe haven't seen, you know, they'll kind of get a feel for the product. But yeah, a lot of times people just skip straight through the paper and you kind of get to the chrome and get down to business. So there's different ways to open it. Matt is definitely a person that likes to take his time as he goes through. I'm a ripper, so I'll go through it and really get into it. So always different styles to how to open.
Yeah,
I will say the refractors have been a little underwhelming, but then you get this and then you're okay. So, see, I said that knowing full well there's going to be a Torkelson that was going to come out.
Just as you said that. So, is that the first chrome one that you pulled to him tonight?
This is a refractor. This is the second chrome, but this is the first refractor. So, this card here, Ryan, what do you think this is going for?
Well, when it was first out and when everything was kind of hot. So, when a product releases, it will come out hot. People will sell right away. They're good cards, and those normally get pretty premium dollars. So this was going for around $80 when that was happening. So that's a good chunk of, you know, to kind of help offset cost of box and everything like that. But I would say it's probably dropped some. I would say it's probably more in the $50, $60 range. Yeah. But for a card that that's pretty good. I mean, you just can't. That's been a great
hold on to that one.
Yes. That would be a host.
Hold on to it for you. We'll hold it down here. We'll kind of keep
I bet you will.
Trey and I will sell it immediately. And
now pitchers aren't as desired, but this is like the first, like one of the big pitchers in this. Asa Lacy also is another kind of
So the one he just pulled right there, Max Meyer, he's the number 3 pick, and Asa Lacy below is the 4th pick overall. So a lot of times they have pretty good value out of the gate. And the problem with pitchers is they're more susceptible to get hurt, to have Tommy John surgery or something like that, where they're out for a while. So they're just kind of a risky person to collect. But if you really like a pitcher, it's kind of nice because you can collect them for very cheap. And if it's something, you know, like if I wanted to collect Jack Flaherty, even though he's a very, very good pitcher and highly regarded, I can get him for a fraction of the cost. I could go get autos of, say, Yachty or Molina, you know. So there are some good trade-offs there. If you are really fond of a pitcher, you like a pitcher a lot, that's a nice trade-off where you can go after that person. So we're down to our last half pack here. Hopefully another colored auto.
Let's get a big auto. Just we haven't seen a lot of him. He's the Reds. He's a young high school guy too that a lot of people are pretty high on. Austin Hendrick.
Yeah.
It's like the only second one we got of him. And Pete Crow Armstrong, is he a high schooler, Ryan? I think he is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So they're younger guys that people have quite a bit of, you know, they're obviously just getting started. And they haven't played any college ball, but there's a lot of people excited about what they could possibly do if they keep improving. And
again, go ahead.
So at the time we're filming this, it's January the 18th. I don't know when this comes out, maybe a couple weeks from now on the channel. What do you think are the chances that Yachty finishes his career as a Cardinal?
Oh gosh. Oh.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm scared. It's sad that it's taken this long for the Cardinals to figure out that If they're not going to, we are literally the only team who has not made a move. Every other team has made some sort of sign or trade or something to add to their team, and the Cardinals have done absolutely nothing. And that is fine with me if the result of that means that we get Wainwright and Yachty back to at least hopefully see fans in person. Right. And get to wave them off into the sunset, because they deserve that from the fan base. And it will be a sad day if he is not. What do I think the chances are? I'm going to give it a 60-40 chance that he leaves. I really feel like he is not very happy with the Cardinals. There's another first-round pitcher there, good refractor, Emerson Hancock. I think he's maybe a top 10. But it really is sad that it's taken this long for the Cardinals to make a move to get him back in a Cardinal uniform, for whether it's 1 or 2 years. I think he wants a 2-year deal, and they're, for whatever reason, holding off on that.
I agree. He deserves it, and I hope he stays. And that's coming from a Cubs fan who was one time a Cardinals fan, then before that a Cubs fan also. So
that made my head hurt. What?
Back and forth.
It was weird as I said it. Matt, how close are we? We're close, almost at the bottom here, right?
I'm at the bottom. This is almost done.
All right. Let's hit the big time.
We got that Quinn Priester. Woo. Yeah.
Let's get that Andre Dawson, the Hawk. Is he in here? His son or grandson?
I don't think I've ever seen this dude. Mark Vientos. Okay.
He was in, I think, maybe Bowman Chrome autos. Maybe not. Bowman or Bowman Chrome. He was in one of those.
That's a cracked ice, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Is that your last card?
No.
Okay, so that's going to be a cracked ice. Ooh, diamond. That's kind of a cool-looking card.
Yeah.
Ashby.
So that's the diamond insert. There's actually autos of guys, too, with that insert. But there's a cracked ice version. That's numbered to 100 or something, isn't it, Matt?
150.
Or
looks
not.
Like.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, man. Good luck.
Let's do it.
Pull it slowly.
What? Oh, was that
yes.
Whoa.
Adam Seminaris.
Boo.
That's not what we wanted. Yeah, exactly. That wasn't a banger to end it, but that's okay.
Do you have a stack of hits there, Matt?
Yeah. Let me put it together here real quick. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I'd like to go through the hits there and then get your final grade. Maybe Ryne too. You all may have differing opinions on it because Ryne, you didn't pay for it, so you may have you may have a higher grade.
I'll be honest. I think, and Matt knows this too. A lot of people who collect prefer, if you're going to open for yourself, to get. It seems as though you get better value out of the jumbo. So Matt maybe took a little bit of a gamble going with the 5 autograph super jumbo box because you are more likely to get less color. But Matt, I think, did really well in this box. I honestly believe you're probably at an A-. You didn't have the card that went crazy. Now, if that would have been a Zach Veen first Bowman instead of the insert auto or even the Soderstrom to 50, I think that goes straight to an A+. But you hit a Torkelson Chrome, you hit a Torkelson Refractor. You got multiple other first-round chromes of hitters that are good. You got a nice little PC hit with Jordan Walker of a refractor. So I really think overall an A- on this box, and overall just a good box and a fun box open. I like the hits out of it personally.
Matt, is this your first super jumbo box you've opened?
Yes.
That's
correct.
I mean, not even talking about what you've hit, would you do it again? Would you buy it again if you had the chance for maybe or this year?
Probably not. I'm not big about opening stuff, like getting a bunch of it and opening it, just because of fear of you get one really bad box and then you're way behind. But I did well. I opened a jumbo of this right after it came out, and I hit the Heston Kerstad auto.
Yeah.
And it was numbered, and it basically paid for the box. So
Yeah.
that got me to even just by itself. And then
and what's really cool about this product is that you can hit a guy who's hot out of the box, pay for your box like that, and then you're in the positive for the rest of the box. I mean, you could literally take the rest of that box, stick it into a box, and forget about it in 5 years. You could have 2 or 3 guys in there that are setting the world on fire as a rookie, and those cards are skyrocketing. Now, there may be a ton of them that flop and they don't do anything and they lose value, but typically you're going to have, I don't know. I guess I would have to go back and look to see, as far as draft classes go, how many typically come out of it to be, above average players to all-star players. And you're talking about guys that'll increase in value. And that's the beauty of this box. It may seem like a dud when you open it, but again, the value down the road could change completely.
So do this. If you're watching, right before we go through these hits and recap the whole Super Jumbo box, we want them to do a few things for our channel. So let's talk about what we'd like for them to do on our YouTube channel.
Okay. First, we would like for you to subscribe and comment.
So if they've made it this far in the video, well, it's been a while. If they've made it this far, at least comment one word. What can we make that word we want them to put to say they made it this far? Jumbo. That's a great one. That's a great one for the jumbo, Super Jumbo pack. That's good. So we want you to like and subscribe.
Comment jumbo. And then turn on post notifications. So whenever we upload a video, it will get notified to you. And we have a Amazon wish list that you can,
tell them about this.
You can go down and purchase something to kind of support the channel, and we will open it on a video.
Who would not want to support this little fake? Send a little blaster box to him. He can't find it because you mean guys are out there buying it everywhere. So we have the Amazon list link below.
And then we have a eBay store where we would have baseball cards where you can go and look at them or either purchase them.
And then that money that we sell baseball cards for goes right back into Trey's pot to go and buy some new packs somewhere else. So let's go now and recap the big hits from the Pinkston Pickers. This is the CEO, Matt. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I said, this is just, now, of course, I've got a huge stack here of paper and stuff that you can't see all of it, but I did pull just some of the paper. This is like some of the better prospects here. This is some of the chrome. Now that I've separated this little stack here, so we'll go through it. So Garrett Mitchell, first rounder for the Brewers. That's numbered to 150. That's a paper. There's your refractor of Jordan Walker. We'll sleeve these later. I didn't have time.
Did he really be in that hit pack, though, you think?
Yes, he is. Way higher than Ed Howard. Way higher. Dominguez, that was the big guy that was in 2020 Bowman, but he's still pulling his weight in this product even now. Gonzalez, that's the first rounder for the Pirates.
That's a guy.
Ryne likes him a lot. Patrick Bailey, refractor, the first rounder for the Giants, catcher. A chrome Zach Veen. Another Dominguez, glimpses of greatness. That's an insert. Mitchell, this was a Mitchell box, except for auto. Mitchell refractor. Then there's your Bryce Elder auto, just a base auto. There's the Orioles, Heston Kerstad.
I always mispronounce it. I always put the K where the H is. And
because there's a Keston Hura, and I always get them mixed up. Carson Tucker, that's a first rounder for the Indians, refractor. You got your Torkelson base chrome.
Oh, yeah.
Torkelson refractor.
Yeah. That's good.
Jimmy Glowinky autograph to 150, 140 out of 150.
Who doesn't like a little Glowinky to brighten their day?
I know. The class of 2020, Tyler Soderstrom, 47 out of 50. And I think the hit of the box was the Zach Veen draft night, I think is what this is called, 46 out of 50. So that would be the hit of the box for sure. Very, very cool. Hopefully he pans out, does really well. Looks clean. And anything 50 or less, that's always a pretty good pull. So there you go. That's the hits from this box.
Well, Matt, thank you for being so generous and opening up that where we could all watch at the same time here and witness that with you, and for sharing your wisdom. Ryne, thanks for sharing your wisdom and conversation. And I'm looking forward to doing this again with the boxes that you mentioned, Rhino, as well. I think
Absolutely.
we really missed an opportunity to make the word, the comment, Glowinky. I think that looking back, we should have definitely made that the word, the comment.
Well, maybe they hang on to them. They say Glowinky too. You never know.
That's right. They might. That's when we'll know if they made it all the way to the very end.
Yes.
So for Matt, for Ryan, for Trey, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Thank you guys. See ya.
Thanks. See ya.